Sam Witwer just recently on his live stream talked about Dave Filoni and him discussing Starkiller, and it really seems like the dream of Starkiller might one day become canon is still not dead. As of right now, Starkiller, Galen Marek, portrayed back in the day in The Force Unleashed by Sam Witwer, is considered legends right now, but there's always talks, especially Dave Filoni is kind of obsessed with bringing back Starkiller. He wanted to bring him back in the Star Wars Rebels animated series, now talks again about the Ahsoka show, so it really seems like one day the dream might come true. Of course, he talked about this season 1, that they decided ultimately, Dave Filoni decided he would not pursue this any further. But we're talking about season 1. What about Ahsoka season 2? For a while now, there's been speculations that season 2 was already in the works, with season 1 being ready to air in a week's time. Once the strikes finish, season 2 might ramp up production. And if you're thinking, well, there hasn't been any talks or announcements about season 2, season 1 hasn't even started yet, well, here's what I have to say about that. 2023 is being slated to be one of the best years for Star Wars TV content. It's been now 3 years in running since movies have been completely left aside, and Lucasfilm has mostly focused on the TV shows, the animated series, and whatnot. And this year, after The Mandalorian Season 3, the Ahsoka series is about to begin, is about to start. By all accounts, it's so great and so amazing that Season 2 seems to have been leaked beforehand. For us fans, Ahsoka has been anticipated more than a couple of years now. We've all known that since she appeared in The Mandalorian and in the Book of Boba Fett, she will eventually see her own series that will continue from the point of Star Wars Rebels, where Thrawn and Ezra had disappeared aboard the Imperial ship, which the Purrgil took together with them to the unknown regions. And it's not just Ahsoka either, it's basically the Ghost Crew. Outside of Ezra Bridger, of course, there's going to be Hera Syndulla, Sabine Wren, and so forth. This combination, together with little known information about the unknown regions, is about to make this series a whole lot special. Something new, a breath of fresh air in Star Wars. No more Skywalker course on Tatooine, unknown regions, Thrawn versus Ahsoka. It's going to be pretty awesome. But it also seems that Lucasfilm has a lot in store for the Ahsoka series, because in February 8th, Disney's first quarter earnings report for 2023 offered a first look at what the year has in store for his beloved franchises and intellectual properties. So in the paperwork, there was a small little detail that suggested there's more than meets the eye when it comes to the Ahsoka series, more specifically Season 1 of the Ahsoka series. This is when the entire controversy began to be discussed. Quote-unquote, the leak came from the title alone. So this is what appeared from Disney and what properties they're about to unveil as the year goes along. We see that The Mandalorian Season 3, a Star Wars brand, will be featured. We know this since it's going to start March 1st. Bona and the Edge, Boston Strangler, Tiny Beautiful Things. Now, you see that Visions, for example, another Star Wars brand, has Season 2 in brackets, meaning that there's going to be a Season 2 of Visions later on. Now we come to the Ahsoka Season 1, which is also a Star Wars brand. And as you can see, there's a Season 1 and Season 2, 3 of all these Star Wars franchises, except for, if we go down further, we can see that Skeleton Crew does not have a Season 1. We know that Skeleton Crew will be coming later on in the year, perhaps autumn or even winter. So far, we didn't know if it's going to be a continuous series, but it seems that the Skeleton Crew series will be a one-off series. Since it doesn't have a Season 1 in brackets, it only has Skeleton Crew, nothing else. This is also a Star Wars brand, so by this account, by this list alone, we now can start to piece the puzzles together. If Skeleton Crew doesn't have a Season 1 in brackets, meaning it's just a one-off series that's gonna start and end with those episodes assigned to it, this means that if they have put in brackets Ahsoka Season 1, there's clearly going to be a Season 2 of Ahsoka. Now, here's an even bigger detail that hints that Ahsoka will have a Season 2, because Secret Invasion, a Marvel property, has always been marketed as a one-off. There won't be a Season 2, there won't be a Season 3, it will only be those episodes, and it's gonna begin and end right there. Since Marvel has declared that Secret Invasion will be a one-off series, and as we see now, the Skeleton Crew also, similar to Secret Invasion, doesn't have a Season 1 in brackets, meaning it's a one-off as well, now the picture becomes even bigger. Secret Invasion and Skeleton Crew confirms that since Ahsoka has Season 1 in brackets, again, it will have a Season 2 for sure. But we have even more detail about Season 2, because recently Rosario Dawson has even dropped hints that there may be a sequel in the works for the Ahsoka project, supporting the evidence provided by this earnings report even more. That next year perhaps we'll have another report like this with Ahsoka in brackets Season 2. Coming perhaps May 24th. That would be beautiful. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Rosario Dawson said that she and co-star Natasha Liu have been having the best time on the show. They both celebrated their birthdays during filming, and Rosario Dawson referred to her experience on the project as the best birthday present ever in real time, hinting that since they've been having the best of times, then a sequel is in the works for sure. But what about the Star Wars fans? Well, let me say this, that from my perspective, it seems that a second season of the Ahsoka series is pretty much unavoidable. You see, we know that Star Wars Rebels hinted at the lore with each passing episode. The Ghost Crew, Ahsoka joining them in the end as Fulcrum, and Thrawn being promoted as a tactical genius. In the end, they end up in the unknown regions. So think about it. During the first episodes, or perhaps I should say the first season, we're just getting accustomed to these newly revised characters. They are older, it's been years. We need to revisit them again, and we need to fall in love with them again, especially Ezra Bridger. But the fact is, it's not only the characters that we need to fall in love with, we have a completely new perspective in the unknown regions. This is not Tatooine or Coruscant, as I said earlier. This is going to be a whole new part of the galaxy to explore that we have never seen before. So of course, Lucasfilm, I don't think they're going to be able to fit the entirety of Ahsoka's story in this one season. At least Dave Filoni is not known for a one-off series in the slightest. From his beginning project in the Star Wars Clone Wars animated show to Star Wars Rebels to even The Mandalorian, it's always been a cascade of seasons building and building upon a huge story that in the end will have a big payoff. Recently, Dave Filoni spoke to the Empire magazine about his disdain for hard endings and that he always prefers to keep the door open to more storytelling. He said, "I like reading books in a series and then thinking, oh, there's another book and this is going to keep going. It's always sad for me when an adventure ends and the characters are seemingly done with their journey. So I think there's always that little bit of hope that something can continue." Well, Dave Filoni certainly hints here that the Ahsoka show won't be seemingly done with their journey in Season 1 at all, and that there's definitely going to be a Season 2 and perhaps even a bigger, better one as we saw with the Mandalorian series as well. Season 1 was a great start, but by Season 2 it was so explosive that we even got Luke Skywalker in the midst and Grogu was off to training, so many characters returned. It was crazy. So I can't wait for the Ahsoka series, honestly, and I can't wait to watch it with you guys together. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.